Season 2 is on its way, and with it, a lot of affixes are getting retired. Say what you will about affixes, but sometimes they create very interesting moments. Moments that, like, the content itself wasn't expecting. This is partially why a lot of people have been asking for them to be removed, is because the content isn't expecting them, so then it becomes kind of like unfair. But I'm gonna miss this specific moment. You tell me, is there a funnier situation that could happen with an affix and a mechanic? What you see here is the perfect example of what happened in season 1 of Dragonflight. It's truly a masterpiece. Stuff like this just absolutely makes me crack up. A lot of people might look at this as unfair. Honestly, these guys probably do as well, even though it's such a low key. But how could you just not laugh at this? But there's even more to the hilarity than might immediately meet your eye because, well, there's the DPS chart on the screen, first of all. You can see that one of the DPS is losing by 10k to a healer. Boss at 39%, by the way. But just don't worry about that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the affix. And so if you're not aware, Blizzard agreed that this was unfair. So they actually changed it to the point where when this mechanic is occurring, quaking cannot happen. And I believe the way they handled it was if quaking is already out when the mechanic starts, it will go away. And it cannot spawn during the mechanic, probably something like that. But we're not talking about it spawning during the mechanic. It spawns literally the second it ends. See, look, he's about to end the mechanic, and the second he stands up, the second he becomes tall again, quaking goes out. It's like clockwork. Then at this point, everybody's stuck in the slow. Like, it might not be immediately obvious why everybody gets hit by this, but they're all stuck in the slow. So a couple of them try to move. Some of them just straight up don't even try, but a couple of them try to move. Of course, the guy who survives is the warrior. And then this guy goes, fucking game. Now, again, something else that might not be immediately obvious is the composition of the group. We have 2 hunters and a warrior in the group. 3 classes that have some quick way to get away from this mechanic, away from this puddle that they're standing in. You see, none of them even try. You literally, 2 of them don't even move, and the other 2 just like kind of walk to the left, and that is not far enough. So these kind of moments are what make me love World of Warcraft pugging, because sure, that could happen in any key, at any group, at any level, but just the way it happens in this level and this key, especially in Shadow Moon Battleground on this fight, which is easily one of the worst fights ever made in 65 years of World of Warcraft. The worst fight that will ever be made is this one. How people complain about quaking, how we called it quacking, how it's getting removed. I mean, it is just a masterpiece. It really is a masterpiece. And I just want to say thank you so much for submitting these funny runs throughout the season, guys. It is such a pleasure to review some of this footage. It makes me laugh. It makes me really feel the vibrancy of the pugging world. Sometimes it can be dark, but sometimes you got to be able to laugh at it too. I am honestly not going to miss quaking. It was not the most fun to fix, especially as a tank when other people would constantly stand on you, but I am absolutely going to miss funny pug moments like this. Hopefully season 2 will still be chock full of them. Hopefully you guys will still submit them and we could have a laugh. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys soon.